But it's just annoying. It's like, dude, the NBA right now has evolved to the level where there's not real positions in basketball anymore.
Nah, there's positions, but everyone's skill set is just so much higher that it
Like
just looks
I
like there's no
watch
positions.
for the past 10 years, I've watched James Harden be the point guard for the Rockets, and it's and like credit to him, it's impressive to watch. Back in the day, he used to be like this. Even Michael Jordan's time, he used to be like, the triangle is designed to set up Michael Jordan to get the shot. Even the triangle with Kobe was like a position to find Kobe's position to get a shot. So like now you're watching these guys handle the ball, have the ball in their hands 99.9% of the game. Like
Yeah, but once again, it all comes down to the generations. This generation, you may have a few 7-footers that come into the league. They're dribbling like Stephen Curry. They're playing like Wemby. You might have a
yeah,
few other Wembys. Maybe some of these Wembys might go in the second round like Jokic. You never know. But I think right now
it,
this whole small ball era is starting to come to a close. I really
it
think so
is because
because
now teams are investing in big men. Like
yeah,
let's be honest, if if the Suns happened back in 5 years ago, Yusuf Nurkic would have made sense. But right now, you look at the West, you're like Nikola Jokic, you Anthony Davis. You're kind of like, if you're a team, you're like, can this guy hold down the position in the late 2010s, right?
hmm
With the Golden State Warrior era, you just needed Azaza Pachulia, just be there and like be in the paint basically, be the fifth guy. Play hard, do the right plays. But now you need these guys to actually be able to handle themselves well. Like it's no more of that era where every position you kind of have that fifth center who's just going to rebound for you and play hard and go after the ball, this, that, and the third. Be the enforcer. And I think that goes back to like the 80s power forwards too, where the 80s power forwards were just enforcers until you saw the new wave of power forwards.
yeah, like Chris Webber, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, the jump shooting power forwards. Like I said, it really depends on that generation that's coming up. Like right now, the next generation coming up is right now in high school and elementary school. Whatever they're doing in the playground, it tends to at least
Hello?
catch up to the NBA level once that generation matures. For the last like 10 years, you saw the evolution of like the shooting guard, point guard kind of combo where you had James Harden, the Westbrooks, the Dames. You've seen that all those guys kind of came up in one era. Now the next era you may see guys that are big that are shooting like James Harden, like Wemby, or they're handling the ball like James Harden, like Wemby. Wemby could be a big man that's just influenced by James Harden, Stephen Curry. So you never know. The next generation players that come in the draft, they could be big men that do the same thing. So now it's the big man era. And then the next generation could end up being a shooting guard era. Like every era is like it depends on what the kids are doing in the playground. And I think you see it the best when you look at Michael Jordan. After he left the game, look how many shooting guards came in the league trying to imitate him. The Vince Carters, the Allen Iversons, T Max. You've always seen oh shit. You've always seen these evolutions. Yo, did you hear me? I think my mic got muted.
Yeah, your mic was muted, bro.
Oh
I was
shit, my
confused. I
bad.
thought I was talking to myself.
Nah, yeah, me too. My bad. Yeah, my shit got muted. Oh, damn, I was just saying
Yeah.
some wild shit. But what I'm saying is that every era, it really depends on like the kids coming up because you've seen the eras change over time. You've seen back in the 90s when Jordan had left the game. You've seen T Max, the Steve Francis,
Kobe
all these
Bryant.
shooting guards. Yeah, all these shooting guards that came up after Jordan, they because when
Yeah.
Jordan was around, they were imitating Jordan. And then you see
Yeah.
after like Gilbert Arenas did all the 3-point shooting, you start to see the Stephen Currys and the James Harden, all these guys that wanted to shoot three
Yeah.
pointers and win the game. So it really depends on the next crop of kids what they're seeing now and what they're gonna be when they come up. So right now, I would say in the last 10 years, if you're like a person like Wemby's age, you probably grew up in the playground. Even though you look like a center, you probably was imitating James Harden. So
I
there's
think
probably a
Kevin
bunch of
Durant.
kids. So wait, hold on. It's not ironic that Wemby is that tall and Chet is that tall, but yet they dribble and they shoot from three like that.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
coincidence.
I call them. I wrote in my article. I was like, man, this is like the Kevin Durant tree, where you're gonna get these 7 footers doing unreal shit and move like guards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and it's really based off what they seen when they were coming up as kids. So that
Yeah,
that's
because
that's
a
why
guy
that's
like
why
Kevin
what the
Durant,
yeah, that's why
a
what
guy
the
like
analysts be saying, like, oh, about like, oh, the big man is obsolete. They can never know what's gonna be obsolete because they're not at the playgrounds. They're
yeah,
not at the place. Whatever the kids are doing now,
they're not
that's
at
what
the
the next
AU
generation is gonna
practices,
be. Say that again.
and they're not at AU games or everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond the AAU. It's just what they're influenced by. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
Stephen Curry was watching
I
Gilbert
mean, dude,
Arenas when he was a kid.
NBA players always revolve their game around copying the previous generations. Like Michael Jordan, oh, his game is copied by David Thompson. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Or
David
Oscar
Thompson, Michael
Robinson.
Jordan,
Or
yeah,
Oscar
Oscar
Robinson.
Robertson, Alex English, those kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the guys Kobe, T Mac, Vince. They take their inspiration from Jordan. Then you get like kind of like these younger guys, Kevin Durant and you know, if Devin Booker, they're Jason Tatum. They're all saying like, "Yo, we taken our inspiration from Kobe." So it's always gonna be that line. I think these young guys are looking like James Harden, Manu Ginobili, James Harden, Luka Doncic. You're always gonna
Yep.
have these young players look at the previous generation like, "Yo, I could do this, I could do that," or this player is great in this era, but if I could do his moves in a future era, I could be one of the best players. It's
Exactly.
always going to be like that. And I kind of get annoyed with that conversation with the whole like era comparing. I think it's the lowest form of conversation. I'm like, bro, everyone who's a basketball player right now was a basketball fan at one point and copied their moves from a player that they watched on television.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
They
Steph Curry
definitely.
himself talked about how he's inspired by Mahmoud Abdul Rauf back when he was
Yep.
growing up. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Stephen Curry, he need to give Gilbert Arenas his props. I know he was watching Gilbert because Gilbert was that guy when Stephen Curry was a kid that was shooting the threes and winning the games.
Well, Gilbert
Yeah.
was Gilbert Arenas' credit. He came out of nowhere.
He came out of nowhere,
Now,
but if you look at his player
Mhm.
archetype, that was the
Yeah,
Westbrooks, the James Harden, the Damian Lillards. They're
yeah,
all for
that's
the
what I'm saying,
Gilbert
right?
Arenas tree.
Gilbert Arenas opened the door for a lot of players, and the fact that at the time his kind of game was not demanded is impressive itself. I think Arenas obviously dealt with injuries and controversies, which is why people don't really hold Arenas to like a higher level. But you look at his history, you have to give Arenas his props.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 100%, man. A lot of these guys I think Kyrie Irving has talked about taking inspiration from Steve Nash many times. Jason Kidd this offseason, he's talking about having high praise for Jason Kidd. So at the end of the day, everyone's just fans.
Yeah, everyone's just fans and they're really imitating off of what they seen in the playgrounds.
100%, man. Like, I guarantee these guys who watch, like, all these guys were fucking babies when LeBron James got drafted, man. And now they're
Mm-hmm.
playing against them, and it probably like feels unreal because they were in elementary school when LeBron won his first title with the Heat in 2012.
Yeah, LeBron. The only thing is that I would say LeBron with him. The only thing is that no one could really imitate him because he's a freak. Who the hell is gonna be that
He's a-
size, that fast?
There is limitations to Magic, but there's just no limitations to LeBron.
No, but what I mean is that like his influence on the next generation, it's hard
Yeah,
to copy him because he's just freakish as a person.
he's a freakish as a person, and I think as you look at future, like current,
Where you just broke up.
I don't know, DeMar DeRozan. Um, let me think of someone around that age. DeMar DeRozan. Even Kevin Durant to some extent, even though he was in high school when LeBron came in. These guys growing up watching LeBron James to now you're seeing guys like Jabari Smith Jr. and Victor Wembanyama and whichever Zion Williamson. They're also watching, so it's like he transcended beyond 2 decades of basketball.
Yeah, he has. But at the end of the day, it's like the younger kids, they can't imitate LeBron James, but they could imitate Stephen Curry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
It's hard to imitate LeBron because he's 6'8", he's big as hell, and he runs fast. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, there's not too many
Like even
players
just trying
that's
to
gonna
do
be
Zion
like that.
Williamson, I feel like Zion's a more copy of Blake Griffin than he is LeBron James.
Oh, there's nothing LeBron James about Zion. There's not, like you
No, there
said,
isn't. I see more
he's
Blake
definitely more
Griffin in
Blake.
Zion Williamson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like and I know the media, they kind of underrate him because of injuries and because he didn't play for the Lakers, but Blake was a watered down LeBron in all aspects. Like he could pass, he could dunk, he can shoot, but
Hmm.
he just never obviously reached LeBron James' pinnacle. He was a superstar for certain years, but he just never reached the LeBron James pinnacle.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still early for Zion though. But I just think
It is.
he's
I
gonna
think
be
he'll
he's
have a
gonna be
great career.
dependent on another position. He's gonna be dependent on a point guard. He might be dependent on a good center that plays defense. He's always
Yeah.
gonna be dependent to a degree.
Yeah, I mean that's all players. I think Giannis is dependent on shooters around him, and they finally got him a point guard who can just like take out the load from him. Um, every player is basically like that. I think with with LeBron, I feel like the Lakers haven't done a really good job building a squad around him. I wish the Lakers
What?
surrounded him with. Besides this offseason, right? I don't think they've really done that. Besides the 2020 championship, in this offseason, I haven't really been impressed by what the Lakers have given LeBron.
Wow.
Why did you like the last year's roster?
I just think that they're stuck.
Um,
They're stuck.
you
I
didn't
mean,
stuff.
yeah, they're stuck. Like LeBron, the problem is people overestimate LeBron past, like once he went to LA, those years of just LeBron being dominant, it was already over. Is that the
No, I
league?
agree with you on that. But you kind of need players who can take the pressure away from LeBron. And I feel like the Lakers haven't been able to do that with the third player that can really shine. Right now they're banking on young Austin Reeves. So let's see how
Mhm.
that goes. But like I thought Russell Westbrook was a weak addition. I thought Kyle Kuzma is cool, but I don't know if, but I never really saw Kyle Kuzma as a third guy. Westbrook didn't fit. And I think, you kind of need, I feel like you need a strong shooter as your third option if you want to win a championship with LeBron as your head guy, or as a first and second option. To be honest with you,
Oh wow. Uh,
because I feel like Mhm.
yeah, but I feel like at the same time, what player? Think about it. LeBron is not easy to really play with, especially if you're on the
I
wing.
think Beal would have been perfect.
Who?
Beal,
Yeah, but that means like okay, but let's look at Bradley Beal. Hey Bradley
yeah,
Beal, you went from averaging 30 points a game to being the guy. Now you're gonna come here to LA and you're gonna average like 15 points a game. And you're
he would
only
average at least 20 points a game.
nah, not with LeBron there. If
Yeah,
Bradley Beal averaged 20 points per game, that means LeBron would have to average 18 and 10. Do you think LeBron
I
wants
mean,
to average 18 and
what's
10?
that? Even with, I think the thing, even D Wade, LeBron, and Bosh was able to average at least 18 points a game
Yeah, but
in their
Bosh,
years together.
but okay, but look at the sacrifice Bosh made. Bosh, when he
Yeah,
went to Miami, Bosh was easily top 5 player in the league. He went from that to like
yeah, of
people
course.
just
He
see him
was
as
the
a
first
third
All
wheel.
NBA. I believe he made third All NBA team that year. He made an All NBA team the year
Yeah,
previous.
yo, he
Yeah.
was dominant. But the thing is, you're gonna ask Bradley. Remember, you're gonna ask Bradley Beal, hey, be the forgotten guy. It's gonna be LeBron and AD, and then you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
all
Like,
about players' egos.
how
Yeah.
many guys want to sign up for that?
Not a lot. I think it's a lot of pressure you get into it. I think you saw Kevin Love break down when he fucking ate shit for a couple months. It's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure that goes into it.
because that's what comes with playing with LeBron James. Not only you expected to win, your role might shrink, and if
But
everything goes wrong, the media is gonna blame you.
but I honestly think it's the age of social media too, man. I think if we were in the 90s, if we were in the 90s, we probably would have heard the same thing. If social media was as prevalent in the 90s, we probably would have read the same shit about like Dennis Rodman or something like that. Scottie Pippen when he had like his shortcomings at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
So I
seeing
think
right.
it's more of a media thing.
Uh,
Uh huh.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it might be a media thing, but at the
I
end of
think
the
it's like
day,
the day of social media.
but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like some of these players, like when they join different teams, like even Bradley Beal now, even though he joined Kevin Durant and Booker, he's gonna be the third wheel. He's gonna be the third wheel. But being the third wheel when LeBron James is on your team, that's something completely different. You know what I'm saying? At least in Phoenix, Bradley Beal still recognized as a star. But had he
Yeah.
went to LA as a third wheel, there's such a big orbit
Well,
around
I
LeBron,
think
they would even notice him
yeah.
like that.
Well, he benefits from the Suns is because nobody's gonna have the ball in their hands 24/7. These guys are all great off-ball players: Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal. So they're all gonna get their touches.
But I'm also talking about off the court, like the star that LeBron
Yeah.
is, kind of like his name. Once Bradley
But
Beal goes to LA,
Beal as a
he's gonna be
franchise
the third
player,
fiddle.
Beal as a franchise player wasn't really talked about to begin with, man.
Yeah,
So would
but
it make that much of a difference?
no, what? Yeah. It would. Think
What do
about
you
it.
mean?
If you're Bradley Beal, they're barely talking about you. But at least in
Yeah.
Washington, you're the guy. Now you go to
Yeah.
LA, you're gonna be completely disappeared. It's like you went from a high usage rate, averaging 30 points per game, to now you're averaging 15, and then when you lose, they blame you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to sign up for that. You saw
There,
Kawhi. Kawhi didn't want to sign up for that. How many players said that they wanted to go to LA, but as soon as LeBron went there, they didn't go there no more? Kawhi,
I,
Paul George, they all
but
they all
what
said they wanted to go to LA. As soon as LeBron went there, none of them went there no more.
I
That
think Kawhi was interested in coming to LA, but once he saw LeBron sign, I think he kind of switched over to I'd rather just compete against him.
Yeah, but like what? But why is that? Like playing with LeBron, not only all eyes are on you, they're on you for different reasons than you just being a star.
But if Kawhi were, let's say Kawhi did sign with LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis would have been the one.
Yeah, AD would have been the third fiddle.
Yeah.
But AD's personality is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that personality, right?
Yeah. Well, 80, like one thing about LeBron's teammates in the past, right? You look at Kyrie and D Wade, they kind of had to sacrifice their time with the spotlight. The thing with Anthony Davis, he's off ball, so he's not demanding the ball as much. So LeBron has the freedom to do much more with the ball. He doesn't really have to think about the other guy. Because I think I was watching D Wade's interview with I think Shannon Sharp, and D Wade mentioned that when LeBron's first year, he'd always be like Wade, he'd always look to Wade to pass the ball because obviously
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of like I don't want to hold someone back. Where I don't think he has to worry about that with Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have to worry about that with Anthony Davis, but he also doesn't have to worry about Davis's ego. Anthony Davis seems like he doesn't seem like he wanted to be the number one guy. You know what I mean?
No,
Bradley
he
Beal.
hated the number one guy in Phoenix. I mean,
Yeah,
in Orlando.
but can you say the
Not
same
not
thing about?
Orlando, my bad. New Orleans.
Yeah, but can you say the same thing about Bradley Beal?
Not
He
much.
he
No, you
he
can't.
looked like he looked like he loved that shit, and he got the star treatment of it because he
Well,
had a
he
no.
he
Wait, hold up.
signed
He
an
had a no
extension to
trade
clear
clause.
league.
He had a no
Yeah.
trade clause, so that means they treated him like a rock star. They
Well,
treated him
he had
like
a no
that in
trade clause.
Washington.
He had no trade clause, and he saw his team like rebuild year after year. You talk about John Wall. Then you talk about Russell Westbrook. After Russell Westbrook, you get Kyle Kuzma, KCP. KCP gets traded. Um, KCP gets traded. Obviously, then you get Kristaps Porzingis. So like you can tell like he never really cared as long
But you cut off.
and that's basketball.
But you cut off.
I'm saying it's clearly Bill didn't care because his franchise kept shifting or changing season to season.
Mm-hmm.
And they're major changes too. You're talking about another co-star basically because you go from John Wall, then you go from John Wall to Russell Westbrook to Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma. So it's clearly like he went through so many shifts, and it's clear like he liked something about the franchise.
Yeah, he liked something about the franchise. They treated him like a rock star. It's mad obvious. They gave him a no trade clause. They gave the
Yeah.
man a no trade clause. They treated him like a rock star, man. He got to average 30 points a game. He got no blame. We never see Washington even say anything bad about Beal. Oh, we're losing all these
No,
games.
they usually blame the franchise.
Yeah. So can you imagine
Yeah.
playing like that for 4 or 5 years, you know, with no pressure, no nothing. They give you everything you want, and then they're going to give you a no trade clause and an extension. They treated you like a king.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal's been treated like a king in Washington. I'm not sure if he went to LA and then they barely talk about him and then he averaging 15 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't think a lot of players can handle that.
That is true, bro.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And wasn't Melo supposed to join LeBron? Melo was supposed to be in that Miami team.
He originally was, but he wanted to go to New York.
Nah, like he originally was, but he signed that extension. That rookie extension, he signed it for an extra year. So he wasn't a free agent the same time as LeBron.
Is that when Oh, okay, yeah. That season when the Miami Heat was going on, he demanded an out to he demanded New York gave up their jet for LeBron James. Not LeBron, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, but at the same time, Wade, Bosh, and LeBron, they took 1 year less on their rookie extension because they've been made that agreement. But they were trying to get Melo to do it. But I think Melo didn't want to be behind LeBron's star. There was no reason for him to. Yeah, because Melo was perceived as LeBron's rival when he first got into the league.
Of course, man. And at the time, he was at his peak. Remember, he made the scoring championship. He won the scoring title that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, not all these guys could actually play with LeBron James. I just think playing with him is more difficult. I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm not talking about his character. I'm talking about the celebrity, the mega star, the force field star around LeBron. It might be too overwhelming for other stars to want to be next to. They don't want to. They don't want to get outshined. They don't want to get outshined because they're gonna blame you first. Kevin Love fucks up, they're gonna blame Kevin Love. They don't talk about Kevin Love often until they blame him. Same thing for Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't do it to Wade because Wade was proven. Wade is already a Finals MVP.
Wade was already a championship.
Yeah, he's that guy. We all know he's that guy. They couldn't say shit about Wade, so they're gonna point the finger to Kevin Love, point the finger to Chris Bosh, and if Bradley Beal went to LA, they would have pointed the finger right at him too. Oh, it's him.
Well, they weren't able to. And Kyrie, credit to Kyrie. I don't know. Kyrie played so big in 2016. I don't know if they would have been able to point the finger at him.
Yeah, I mean,
because he was a proven like.
They kind of did. Not 2016, but 2017 until he left the team. They were trying to trade him for Eric Bledsoe. They were trying to trade Kyrie for Eric Bledsoe.
I thought it was for Paul George.
It was some side. It was some package that included Eric Bledsoe also.
Oh, okay. Damn, that would age like shit.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It might have been Paul George and Eric Bledsoe. It was some sort of package.
Yeah, it might have been a package because I doubt they would have done a direct trade. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but they were definitely trying to trade Kyrie. I know that for sure. When Kyrie found out, that's when he requested a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it is when you play with LeBron, man. Like, that's what it comes with. LeBron has pressure to live up to Jordan, and no offense to LeBron, but he's gonna throw guys under the bus to get to a ring. Not under the bus necessarily, but he's gonna get rid of you if he thinks that he could get something better.
He's done that before. He's thrown guys under the bus with the no help and all those statements.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Phoenix is
that
killing.
I'm not a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not a fan of when he does that shit. Now, I wish he went more directly to the front office when he does like these kind of things. I wish that's what I kind of wish he did.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
do you write or something or?
Huh?
Do you write or what? Do you write?
No. Like I have a show that I do about basketball.
On YouTube or where?
Yeah, YouTube. I put it everywhere. YouTube, stream, all the streaming services.
Your name is Orange Cookie?
Yeah,
Cookies?
I just named the show that. My name is
Mm.
Marcellus, but I just named the show that.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What's your name? Saeed?
Samir.
Oh, Samir. Okay, yeah. Okay, I just
Yeah,
see. Yeah, I just
yeah,
see
that's not
like
my
the
first name, but I like to be
abbreviated.
called that Samir.
Oh, Samir. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Orange.
that's what's up. And you say you live in Houston?
I found you.
Yeah, you say you live in Houston?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Like I just actually moved here.
Oh shit, man. That's what's up,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I actually just
Yeah.
moved here. I moved here from NYC. I used to live in Brooklyn.
How you like it here so far, man?
Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. I've been coming out here for
It's
like
hot
a
as
few
hell.
years. A few years since the
Yep.
pandemic.
Yeah, it's a great city, bro.
Yo, man, I don't mind the heat, bro, cause where I'm from, it be fucking like 10 degrees, man. Bring on that heat.
Yeah.
Like that shit is way better than going outside with a big ass coat, you know, shuffling through the snow and rain and freezing rain and all that. Like, nah.
All the disgust, yeah.
Yeah. That heat is nothing to
Yeah.
me compared to that.
Yeah, man. But dude, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Honestly, I'm trying to do the similar thing to you.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
market is wide open, man. You could definitely do it.
Yeah,
It just takes
exactly, bro.
it just takes a lot of like learning and patience and
That's the thing, man. Like I write, but I always try to improve on what I write. Like that's one of my goals as I write. I'm like, how can I make it like how can I make it to like where the reader it grabs the reader's attention, or when someone's scrolling through their timeline they say like, oh shit, this looks like an interesting thing, this interesting piece, and they read it. That's really been like something I'm trying to work on. I've started only a month, so like I'm trying to get more into like Twitter Spaces, basketball Twitter Spaces, and
mm-hmm.
try to talk to like other basketball fans and
Oh
everything
yeah,
like that.
definitely. Yeah, that's a good idea. And get into Reddit too,
Yeah.
man. Get into Reddit. Reddit, the
Yeah.
conversations are really good over there too. Because what you
I
want
need
to
to
do,
make a Reddit account.
yeah, make a Reddit account and join every single basketball team so you can see all
Yeah.
the different fan bases, because they bring up stories that they don't really even talk about too much. And then also, you can get
You
like
find
a
the players that
better,
are low key too.
yeah, but you could also get a better angle on certain things. Like you don't have to necessarily, like, if someone gets traded, don't necessarily talk about them getting traded. You could talk about the repercussions of team X, A, and B. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so
Yeah.
many people talking about just the trade. It's like they're reacting to it. You could talk about something else, like, oh, the trade shifts the power in the conference this way. This team is affected that way. Like,
That's what I did with the Drew Holiday, right? I wrote about kind of like the trade, and then I dedicated like how the Celtics could win and how the Celtics could lose. Like, that's how I
exactly,
kind of did it. Yeah.
exactly.
Like just throw my idea out there.
Uh-huh. That and that's actually perfect. Like me, I've been covering how the CBA affects like all these teams, especially the teams
And
with the
that's something
duos.
nobody's talking about too. So like, that could be
Yeah.
something like it could grab people's attentions, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't really get that information. Sort of like the information now is like sort of surface level. Yo, this happened.
Yeah, of course.
Such and such got traded. Let's
I think
react.
the media, like, let's be honest, like these major media platforms, the Ringer, like I'm talking about not even ESPN, but like the Ringer, Barstool, Bleacher Report, they're gonna dedicate their articles into what makes money. So what makes money is your five guys, LeBron, Steph, and obviously like I click on them, but I kind of want to go far away from that. I kind of want to be like the alternative where like I can cover a player that like nobody's really talking about, like Jaden McDaniels or who else could be a low key, the Paolo Baturna, I believe his name is in Orlando. I always fuck up his pronunciation, but I want to report on those kind of guys and build it from there.
No, facts. But
Yeah.
once again, it's almost like there's so many things to talk about besides who's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
too much
Like,
to talk about. And like you could just sort of relate it to like real life. You could talk about how like look at the TV deal with the NBA, with the streaming services. All the stuff that they're trying to change. Like, what you call it, Disney kind of beefing with the cable companies. The cable companies like, yo, Disney, chill. We don't want our customers bundling these expensive packages. But that money right there, it affects the NBA too, because if Disney
Of
doesn't get the
course,
money, the NBA doesn't get the money.
because ESPN isn't getting money.
Yeah, exactly. So like these are
Yeah,
all like, I don't think
yeah.
the national media members could even talk about these things because it's kind
Well,
of
dude,
putting
if
their
you're signed
business
with
in the front
ESPN, I
street.
don't think Stephen A. Smith can talk about it
Yeah,
because
I don't
Stephen
think
A.
so
Smith's a
too.
Disney employee.
Yeah, he is. But if you notice Stephen A. Smith recently, he's pivoting off that. I think he's realized. I seen him mention in the Joe Budden podcast. He mentioned how ESPN's new business is acquiring people who started their own media. Like the
Yeah, I
what's
mean
that? The Pat
that's what they
McCaffrey
have to
guy.
do. It.
Yeah, they don't want to pay people salaries no more. They're like, hey, Pat McCaffrey has his own like sort of show. They want to lease the show from him, so they'll pay him to do production for his show, and they want to add it onto their network. They want to license it for like 2 to
Because
3
they're not losing
years.
much money into it.
Yeah,
They're not losing money.
exactly.
Yeah,
So they kind of give him one lump sum of money, and he's responsible for
yeah.
paying employees, etc. He
And I
said
think it
that's the.
benefits the guys too. Like if Pat
Mm-hmm.
McAfee is like, yo, you know what? I'm like, if they don't agree on money or ESPN feel like they're paying too much, they can cut him off, and Pat McAfee will still do, still make content for like his already existing audience.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing
you
though.
see,
I don't
and,
think he works for ESPN. I don't think he works for ESPN. I think ESPN licensed his show. That's what Stephen A. Smith was saying. He
the
doesn't work
first
for
take is like,
ESPN.
the first take is for sure like the ESPN show though.
Yeah, it's an ESPN show, but like Pat McCaffrey himself, his show, the show you see
Yeah,
him do, he already made that
yeah,
show outside of ESPN. ESPN bought his show.
yeah.
I think
They licensed. They
No,
bought the
ESPN,
licensing.
yeah, and then they bought him out of his contract. He had a contract
Mm,
with I think FanDuel. They actually
yeah,
paid the money to FanDuel and they bought him out of it and they bought him to their network.
that's smart.
That's crazy. And they paid him on top of it. So that's how much
It's kind of
money.
like Joe Rogan. You could put Joe Rogan in podcast in a similar example where he was the guy on YouTube, but then Spotify was able to buy licensing of his podcast, and now they're airing all of his podcasts on Spotify.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering what he's gonna do when he leaves Spotify.
Bro, he
Like
can do
that's
anything he wants,
crazy.
honestly. Like he's so big. They paid him what, 200 million?
Yo, but I think that money's kind of I don't want to say he's underpaid, but what I'm saying is like how they limit him to just one platform in the last 5 years. Had he never took
Yeah,
that 200 million, he would be like 3 CNNs by now. Cause
100%. I think it
yeah,
was much more of a win for Spotify than Joe Rogan.
yeah, because even on Apple, right? Apple Podcast, if Joe Rogan was still on there, they would promote him for free.
Yeah,
They would be like,
they
"Hey, we
have
got
to.
Rogan on here," but now Rogan doesn't get that free promotion.
Well, I remember back when Joe Rogan was on YouTube, bro. Every 5 video recommendations I get was a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yep, and now he doesn't get that. He
No,
he,
I
he
have
does
to go
not
out of
get
my way
that.
to see Joe Rogan clips. Like if I put Joe Rogan, I don't know, interview Kurt Angle, for example, I'm getting like clips, but like obviously at first it used to be force fed to me, you know?
Mm-hmm. But you know what's so funny? Joe Rogan has said before his deal kicked off with Spotify, like maybe like a month before, once the
Yeah.
announcement was made, he said all his videos that weren't monetized, that was like questionable, YouTube had to do a review. He said all of a sudden all of them was greenlit. He said right before he went to Spotify, YouTube greenlit all his questionable videos for monetization. Like I'm telling you, man, they recognize like what they were losing. Did we get disconnected? I think we got nah, we still in. We still in. I thought we got disconnected for a second.
But man, yeah, dude. I mean, dude, YouTube, YouTube's obviously YouTube saw that they're gonna, they're letting Joe Rogan walk for nothing. And they got worried.
Yeah, they really lost out, but now I don't think it benefits Rogan to just be on one platform. It's very limited because not every country has Spotify.
No,
Yeah,
all
it's
countries have
limiting.
YouTube.
Exactly. But like
Yeah,
even though with the RSS feed with the Spotify, I mean with the podcast link, You could put that in any country. But the fact that
Yeah.
Rogan was just limited to like one streaming service is kind of crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't think he grew. I wonder how much did his show grow while he was
I
at
feel like it's
Spotify.
so big, though, man.
Huh?
I feel like, bro, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think the podcast bubble is like bursting at this point, bro.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
I think that's like the podcast one thing got exposed, and a lot of people are like now they're getting their deals like done with, or people are like companies are breaking their deals with certain podcast platforms.
no, it's not that. It's the fact that the free money is over. The free money is over. That's what it is. The industry is still growing, but the free money, the fact that, you know, the celebrity where they say, oh, you're a celebrity, we'll give you $3 million to start a podcast. That shit is over. That's the only thing that ended. All them celebrities that was getting the free money, that shit ended.
It should have. I agree. It should have ended a long time ago, man. But I think during COVID, everyone was trying
During
to bank on
COVID,
the
they went ape shit with it, but it's over. They're not doing those like we're giving you $3 million to do a couple. The Meghan Markles, the Obamas, all these people didn't do one podcast. They all got paid. They didn't do shit.
No, I didn't even know Obama got paid for a podcast.
Yo, yeah, the Obamas were supposed to do a podcast. I think they only filmed like 3 episodes in like 4 years. Spotify was giving out all the money to all the celebrities for podcasting, and none of them.
I think even the talk shows they got paid for their podcasts, like Jimmy Fallon and Kimmel.
Yeah, what I think is that they converted their live shows to podcasts, but I don't think they translated the way they thought it would.
I think live shows are dying, but you kind of need people to. You need people to actually like see the actors and actresses and see their reaction.
I don't think it's that. Really. I just think things have evolved where what we're doing right now is basically a higher form of consuming media. What we're doing exactly right now, the way you could interact, you could speak, you give your opinion. It's almost like media is transforming into some other shit. It's more interactive. People are just not gonna sit down and watch a show. They want to, you know, tweet at it, text at it, have a group chat.
They want to live discourse it.
Yeah, and that's what the NBA is doing. That's what the NBA did with NBA Twitter when they had signed up for a partnership with Twitter. They saw the way the different interactions it was on Twitter, so they integrated the NBA into Twitter, which was smart. That's one of the smartest things the league has ever done.
100%.
Yeah, so basically media, that was the beginning of the transition of of how people consumed it. Now it's continuing to transform. There's platforms where you could talk. As you see Instagram, they want you to talk, or TikTok or Twitter Spaces. Like, the shit is evolving. Yo. Yo, did this shit disconnect? I'm wondering if it disconnected. No. Yo, Chris. What's good? You watching this game? See if I can send him a message on here. Yo, you got disconnected?
Bro, I got a call, man. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, the platforms are evolving, and like I said, the way we're talking right now, this is the future.
Yes, exactly, bro. Now, like, bro, I've spent more time on Spaces now than like the Joe Rogan podcast at this point, bro.
Mm-hmm. And yo, bro, it's almost like, you know, when you go to Best Buy or you go to like the department store, there's like a 80-inch TV, there's a 100-inch TV or whatever it is, right? it doesn't matter how big and nice and clear the picture is. The little square you have on your phone, the little screen you have on in your pocket, is way more popping than what the TV can show you. You know what I
Well,
mean?
TV, how many hours a day are you using it? You're only using it like 2 hours a day at this point.
What? I haven't watched TV like that in years. It's just if I'm not interacting, I really haven't watched it. Like the way I watch basketball, you know, I really interact on Reddit,
So what about
other
you don't
social
watch like
media.
TV show dramas and shit? Like
Yeah, on
HBO,
demand. Yeah,
Netflix?
of course, on demand. Yeah, on demand stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I'm talking about like traditional, like if it's not sports, yeah, I haven't watched traditional TV in years.
Oh,
Like
me
I'm,
neither. I haven't watched cable TV.
yeah, it's just like and me, I didn't even think about it because it's just really
No.
sports, and then you interacting on social media or just your phone.
Exactly, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, I use these illegal sites to watch these games now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like whether you do that or you get it through, directly through the NBA or whatever it is, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because at some point all those things are gonna be free. At some point, the NBA, what they're trying to do now, they're trying to come up with a streaming platform where they just make the games accessible because
Well,
they're making so
I saw
much
they
money.
collab with HBO. Did you see that?
Say that again.
They collabed with HBO.
Who, the NBA?
Yeah, NBA, MLB.
Oh wow, I
Or
didn't know.
I think Bleacher Report collab with HBO. I don't know if they bought them or they're collabing.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, all these apps, some of them gonna start consolidating because I think the market for them is getting too saturated. It's too many apps.
There's
You
way
know what I'm
too many
saying? Like
streaming platforms.
the
Yeah.
average person got to subscribe to like 40 apps.
And they're not willing to spend $11.99 each app.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm looking at right here. It says Adam Silver possibly once they get the TV deal done, they're gonna expand the NBA into Vegas and Seattle, 2 teams.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
Long overdue.
32 teams.
But I also read that they're moving Memphis to Nashville, which would be dope for Memphis, which would be dope for Tennessee.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because nobody really cares about Memphis. Everyone cares about Tennessee. I mean, everyone cares about Nashville. My bad.
Yeah, Nashville. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, isn't it like Memphis? Memphis is right next to Alabama, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
I don't know where exactly it's located geographically.
Nah, yeah, it's right next to Alabama. I always said the NBA got a team in Alabama, man. It's the Memphis Grizzlies. It's right next to Alabama.
Yeah, that's more of a Alabama team than a Memphis team. Then.
Yeah,
Well, then that makes
Tennessee
sense
team, yeah.
why they have it located where it's located.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Sometimes I think what it is, the city funded the stadium. It could be that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. FedEx Stadium and everything.
Yeah, it probably
But
got
that's
funded
why they
for
moved
it.
away from. That's why they moved away from Seattle too. Was over the stadium.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, like we were saying before, yo, with the media landscape it is now, this is the future. Like the way, like celebrities from the past, they got to interact with their audience. If they're not doing that, then they're slowly falling behind inch by inch.
That's why you see NBA players on Twitch now.
Yeah. Podcasts. They're also on podcasts like Paul George, Draymond Green.
Podcast, I saw Theo Pinson's podcast, Patrick Beverly, Danny Green. And these guys are not even big superstars, but they're getting so much views.
Yep. Yeah, because they're giving really good insight.
Yeah, they're giving you that, like one thing I find dope is when they talk about other players. Because like you kind of get the feel of how these players feel about the guys they compete with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one thing I love. It's like, you get the feel of, when Paul George is talking about Chet Holmgren, when Paul George talks about, I don't know, competing with Luka, when Paul George talks about playing with Kawhi, it's fun to watch. It's like so fascinating, so fun to see.
Yeah, especially Patrick Beverly. Everyone loves the way Pat Bev be turning up.
Yeah, his stories with I love that Karl Anthony Towns story where like Pat Bev in his free time does his own scouting,
Mm-hmm.
and when he tries to tell the coach like, this is how we guard him, this, that, and the third. And the coach is like, nah, we got it. And he's like, all right, coach, whatever. I find those stories to be funny as hell.
Hell yeah.
Jeff Teague, he's a great storyteller.
Yeah, Jeff Teague. Oh wait, he has his own show too.
Yeah.
What is it called? Because I confused him and the other guy, man, the one that works for JJ Redick. I almost thought he was Jeff Teague for a second.
Nah. Let me.
What's his name? Evan Turner. I almost mistake Evan Turner for Jeff Teague.
No. Let me. I thought Evan Turner's a coach now, or he's a coach.
Yo, he's podcasting with JJ Redick, man. He be killing it.
Jeff. Who's podcast? Jeff Teague's?
Jeff Teague, he works with JJ Redick, and I think he has a show with Andre Iguodala.
Oh, that's him. What's his name again? That's Evan Turner. He has that show.
Yeah, Evan Turner. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope. I think he's also a coach right now for Celtics.
Oh wow.
Yeah, after he retired, he went into coaching.
Oh my God. Yo, Charles Barkley is wilding. He said the Warriors are the 4th best team in California.
Bro, honestly, the Kings are nice.
Yeah, they are. Yo, that coach did a hell of a job.
Every team in California is nice.
Yeah. I mean, we still got to see the AP on the Lakers. I'm not sure how nice they are. They're pretty good, but I'm wondering how good they really are.
Oh, okay. So you're really challenging the Lakers?
No, I'm challenging really. When I say that, I'm really challenging AD.
Okay, yeah, but you're challenging Lakers as a team.
Yeah, because of AD. If AD was stepping up, I'll have the Lakers up there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If AD was stepping up, we'd have him as the Lakers as the 3rd best team, or even the 2nd best team in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Nuggets are too good, bro.
Who, the Nuggets?
I think they're too good.
Yeah, I mean, but we'll see. They lost some key guys though.
They lost Bruce Brown off the bench, but Christian Brown looked strong off the bench, to his credit.
Mm-hmm.
And Peyton Watson.
Man, Charles Barkley's he went ham on the Warriors.
The Warriors, they fucked up the offseason, to be honest with you. They should have never traded Poole. But, they're obviously, Draymond is the franchise. He's been the franchise cornerstone for however many years. So it makes sense why they went away and traded the new guy. But I would have rather them keep the younger fella.
Nah, remember what I told you. The CBA is the reason why the Warriors made the moves that they made. That has an effect on it, because once again, they can't pay all these guys.
Yeah, you're right.
They can't pay all these guys. The Warriors, I'm telling you, if the CBA was different, the Warriors would have kept. They would have had Poole and Draymond just kind of square it out. But that new CBA, man, the Warriors just said, "Fuck it, we ain't paying all this money. We ain't taking all these draft pick losses."
But honestly, with the contracts they currently have, they're not a contending team by no means. I don't see the Warriors as a really contending team.
It depends on Klay, though. It depends on Klay.
I don't expect Klay to be the same.
I don't expect him to be the same either, but he could still be effective. He could be that 40% 3-point shooter.
Maybe. Let's see, man. Who was like their clear-cut second option?
It got to be Wiggins. It got to be Wiggins. Wiggins was the second best player in the finals. Wiggins was their second best player. So Wiggins got to step up. Wiggins got to step up.
Yeah, he does, man. But
and what about Kuminga? I don't know. What are they doing with Kuminga?
They're trying to develop him. I think that's why they brought in Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul's going to play much more of a veteran role with Jonathan Kuminga. But he had a strong showing out in the preseason, to his credit, bro.
Yeah, he
He
did.
came
Yeah,
out
he
strong in
did.
the yeah. He's only what 20, 21, so he still has years to develop. But if you're the Warriors, you kind of have to think like we need him now. Your superstar player doesn't have a very like big window. Um, your core is really old at this point. You know, this isn't 2015 anymore. So you have to take into that account, and maybe if it doesn't work out by mid-season, you make a trade for Kuminga and try to get another piece. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. And like you said before, their core is really old. And what's really underestimated is how much Stephen Curry in 2021, how much he lifted this team up to a championship. That shit is crazy. Stephen Curry, that's probably the
Yeah.
best season he ever had as a pro. 2021, when they won the
Oh,
championship.
100%.
That was
Yeah,
probably the
that
best
was his
season
best
Curry's
finals
ever had.
performance. It was an incredible finals performance.
Yeah. I think
Like,
Curry solidified himself that year. He really
well, bro, because
solidified
it was
himself.
like that year. It was that year. Finally, he like. I think a lot of people were getting too freely when they were talking about Kevin Durant and this, that, and the third, and I think this solidified him to be like, I was that guy before Kevin Durant put on a Warriors jersey,
Yeah.
and he's proven that guy. He's always going to be that guy,
Yo, they're going ham on AD tonight.
bro. I mean,
The
dude, the memes
memes
are
are
going to be crazy,
crazy.
man. And especially with this AI shit, I saw one where like Anthony Davis works at Home Depot.
Yeah, yo, I'm looking at the AI right now. Anthony Davis, it says, go get your CDL, brother. He's driving a big ass truck.
Did you see the one where he's working at McDonald's? Did you see the one where he's working at McDonald's and serving
Nah, I didn't even
Jokic?
see that one.
That
I
one's
didn't even.
crazy, bro. They have him serving Jokic while he's wearing a McDonald's uniform.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I love them. This is what I love about NBA, bro. The memes.
Oh yeah, the memes are classic.
The memes are too funny, bro. They got
Too many memes accounts. Too many meme accounts to follow, man. These memes are crazy.
The truck driver one's just wild. It's just too much, bro. Bro, I'm waiting for like Chris Paul. When the Chris Paul memes come on, it's gonna be crazy if he loses tonight.
Oh yeah.
Check out this one. Check out the one I sent on the Jumbotron.
Let me see. Wait, oh you're gonna put it in the chat?
I put it in the chat. Just look up on the Jumbotron and you'll see it.
Nah, I don't see the meme on the chat.
Let me private send it to you then. Or you know what? I'll put it in the chat. I won't
Yeah,
screw the
you,
Jumbotron.
yeah, you could
Just
throw
look
it in
into
there.
replies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, the AI is on point right now. Look at that AD serving it up. Oh man.
They got him serving McDonald's meals, man.
Yo, AD, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with AD. You just don't know what you're
Bro,
getting in from night in, night out.
you never, bro. One day he'll play like he's like the greatest. You play like Hakeem Olajuwon, and another day he'll play like I don't know, who's a solid role player. I don't know, like fucking David Lee or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't. You know what it is? Sometimes I think it's just AD. He's doing too much. Like he doesn't know how to pace himself. Because AD in one quarter will have like 15 points, 12 rebounds. Like he'll go ham, and it's like, yo, the next quarter he just disappears.
Yeah, it's an ongoing story, and it's annoying. It's really annoying to see that. But at this point, it's like, what can you do?
Mm-hmm. Yo, I don't know how the Warriors. Okay, the Warriors are coming back a little bit.
Yeah. I like I like the way the Warriors are built. I just don't know if they have good role players on the team. I think the Chris Paul signing is good. I think the Dario Saric signing is good. I just want to see if they could do it with good players and one superstar.
Wait, what happened to Looney? Who's their big man?
Looney's still there, but Looney's been there for a while. I'm talking about the new acquisitions.
Who are their new acquisitions? My bad.
I said it's Chris Paul and his Darius Sarge are the most notable ones.
Wait, that's it? They didn't get another big man?
Let me double check.
Because they
Not
don't.
from what I
Because right now,
remember.
yo, in the West, if you don't have an answer for Jokic, you're in trouble.
No, they
Jokic is
didn't.
gonna
They
dump
didn't
his
get
big ass
another.
body down there and get rebounds.
They got Usman Garuba. He played for the Rockets. Um, it was kind of the rotational guy, and Corey Joseph, which is okay, is
Yeah, it's
good,
another
good
guard.
enough.
That's
Yeah,
another
so
guard.
nothing really crazy or nothing that really gets your attention. So yeah, so they're
Yeah.
banking on Dario. Dario was good for the Suns, to his credit. A couple when for the Suns before he had that freaky injury in the
Hmm.
finals, he was really good for the Suns.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was 2021.
Yeah. Damn.
And
A
I think
lot.
last year he had a solid season, but it's Oklahoma City, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, a lot of these guys. There's just too much small ball, especially Steve Kerr. He love that small ball, man. Like for the Team
I mean, it's his
USA.
bread and butter.
Yeah, for the Team USA, he had those guys got out rebounded in those last few games when they just got toasted, man.
Yeah,
It's just sometimes with Steve Kerr, man, I just be thinking he's one way. It's run and gun, play small.
bro. I mean, I don't expect him to change drastically. To be honest with you, bro, I think it's gonna
Really?
take him time for it to. No, I don't. If he
So wait, hold
hasn't
on.
already,
Wait.
then I don't know if he will.
Now I'm talking about when Steve Kerr was the head coach of Team USA. He really thought going
Uh,
overseas with all those skilled big men that
yeah,
there was no reason to grab another big man other than Jaren Jackson Jr.
yeah, yeah, man. He's short sighted. Even Jaren Jackson Jr. at this point, he can't be a center anymore. I don't think he could be a center, Jaren Jackson. I think you need him as a power forward position. But the way Steve Kerr sees basketball, it's much more of a Draymond kind of guy as your center, and the floor is just spaced out. It'll get you more points on offense, but you're also giving up a lot of points.
Yeah, but it works. I think it could work in the NBA, but I don't think it can work internationally.
No, nationally is much more organized.
Yeah, because it's a half court game. It's a different type of
Yeah,
style. Even the
it's
refs,
slower.
yeah, it's slower, and the refs don't really. They're not gonna give a
No,
player
there's
the
not much of a
calls.
whistle.
Yeah,
No.
no, they whistle differently. They actually call the play. They don't whistle it because it's Ja Morant versus some rookie. Like that's what the
Yeah.
NBA refs be doing. They'll give the stars the benefit of doubt. But overseas they don't do it like that. If you a star and you facing
No, they
some
don't.
guy with no name and then you end up so offensive foul, they're gonna call it on you.
I was listening to Willie Cauley-Stein. He signed with, I think, a French team. He signed in Europe somewhere, right? And he
Hmm.
was talking about how he hated the NBA because of how the game was played, where like one guy has the ball in his hands and you're kind of like waiting for him to like either pass or dribble out the clock. Where he's talking about how much more freelance and like the ball is just going everywhere overseas is.
Yeah, it is. It is because
Yeah.
the NBA game is designed so the stars can shine. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
stars, like Ja, so you can really see like their like skills with dribbling, dunking. It's
Yeah.
designed like that. But overseas, it's really it keeps to the originality of the game where it's more
Yeah.
people
And
touching the
you see
ball,
guys
more
that are
ball
much.
movement.
You see, like guys like Emmanuel Mudiay, he struggled in that. He struggled overseas, because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to move off ball. A lot of American players, including LeBron James, don't move off ball well.
No, they don't. Like
Yeah, see.
only superstars that do is like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard. Those are your guys who are really moving off ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nikola Jokic doesn't really move off ball. He'll set screens and like obviously pick and pop, but like the ball is in his hands in the post and even in the top.
Yeah.
Like it's just weird. It's just what it, Okogie. Okogie is the starting lineup, right?
For who?
For the Suns.
I'm not sure. Let me see. Now I don't even know who the fuck the Suns have besides besides
They
like a
got
few bench players from last year.
they changed up their bench a lot. You got on their bench they got Yura Watanabe. He was solid for the Nets. You have Grayson Allen from the Drew Holiday trade.
Mm-hmm.
Not from the Drew Holiday trade, from Drew. No, from the Damian Lillard trade. They got Drew Holiday. Grayson Allen. Um, they got obviously Nurkic. Okogie came back from last season, but that's still really the only guy that's from the previous season. Okogie.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's new faces on the team.
Yo, I'm looking at the Lakers box score and going back to our conversation about LeBron. This is what I mean. Like, he can only score. He got 21 points in this game, right? But pretty efficient too. But that's his cap. He's not really. Them days of LeBron getting like 40, 50 to carry a team and put them over the hump, them days been over.
I think for LeBron, his hope is by April I have to do these kind of performances, not by like.
Nah, them performances is over.
You don't think he'll be able to do it in like a playoff game?
No, AD is the one that's supposed to be doing that. LeBron's supposed to be averaging 18, 20, get 10 assists, 8 rebounds. But LeBron ain't giving you 45. He may do that every once in a blue moon, but he's not that person at his age right now to be doing that. It's AD. AD's supposed to in this game. AD should have had 35 and like his rebounds, assists. LeBron should have had his 20, 19, 18, and 10 assists, and then his 8 rebounds.
My thing with AD is like, man, what the fuck? You're going against everyone's talking about how Jokic is the best big man. For you, it should be like, I'm gonna rip this guy's heads off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good jumper by you, Nurkic.
Yo, Samir, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? What you up to, bro?
Nothing, man. What's the score right now? I haven't watched.
66-63 Phoenix way.
Damn, they're not playing Beal, right?
Beal's injured.
He's injured. Yeah. I thought because it was like load management or something like that.
Beal's not a very injury-prone player to get load management. He's just hurt.
Damn.
Wait, what? The reason was load management.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You thought.
What the fuck?
Nah, it's way too early to
use that management. Excuse no more.
They're gonna use loopholes, bro. You know that. Frank Vogel's the right guy for this team, man.
Damn.
You guys watching any games tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm gonna watch the Knicks Celtics tomorrow.
Damn, when that game happens, I might watch the Lakers and the Rockets. The Rockets and Magic.
Oh, I was about to say they gave the Lakers back to back. God damn.
Nah, I was messing up. The Magic and the Rockets.
Yo, sir, I'm not gonna lie, bro. After this game, I think the Lakers are finished, man. I think the Lakers are finished.
Bro, you're a Nets fan, bro.
Oh, he's a Nets fan?
He's a Nets fan.
Bro, we're gonna be cold this year, man.
Yo, the Nets. Yo, if Ben Simmons comes back, for real.
What happened?
He's looking nice this preseason. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yo,
bro,
Ben Simmons was. Yo, I saw him shoot a fadeaway. I was like, what?
Dog, he looks nice.
Yeah.
He's got his confidence back, I think. Hopefully, man. Hopefully he can keep it up throughout this whole season.
Bro, I don't even know if I think he was genuinely injured. I think his back was literally messed up.
Yeah.
Yo, but the Nets look like a fun team. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm hoping for
I think they could
from Cam Thomas this year, man. Can't wait.
Dude, I think Cam Thomas, he got paid. I think it's gonna be Cam Johnson. He got paid, so they're banking on him to be that guy.
Yeah.
I think Mikel will have a most improved player season.
How many points you got him at?
Mikel.
24, 25 points.
I see he's averaging like 23, 25. That's what I got him averaging this year, man.
I think the ball is going to be more in his hands. He's going to, no longer he's going to be the guy in the corner. He's going to have the ball. He's going to get more shots up, and they're demanding much more of him. So he might even get an All-Star nomination for all we know.
I also like the Lonnie Walker pickup. We got.
Lonnie's nice. Lonnie was great for the
I
Lakers,
can't wait for
especially
him.
against the Warriors. He was great. Cam Thomas, I hope he finds a role. It seemed like they kind of gave up on him mid-season.
Well, I think this season he'll get that role. Hopefully, man.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Samir. It was nice talking to y'all, man.
Nice
All right,
talking
no
to you too,
doubt.
dude.
Wish you all success, man. I'll see you, man.
Thank you, bro. You too, man.
All right, man. We'll holler. Yo, I don't even know how. I don't know how I feel about CP3 being on this team.
Bro, it feels weird being like me from Houston because you see Eric Gordon against CP3, and at one point they were teammates together,
Hmm.
and that was Eric Gordon's best season with Chris Paul too. He won six. No, he won 6 Man of the Year previous before. My bad. But it is weird. Oh, offensive foul, I think. Oh,
Yo, the small
Gary
forward
Payton-
for Phoenix. Where is he from? Did he used to play for the Timberwolves?
yeah, that's where he's from.
Oh, okay. Damn, they
He
went
plays
deep.
for Minnesota.
They went deep into the waivers.
He didn't get waived. He got traded there, I think, or he signed there.
Mm.
Oh, Kogi's a defense.
Knicks, but you know, I still look at everything going on around the league. Oh, you hear me? My bad. I didn't even realize my mic got muted. Yeah, I love my Knicks, but you know, I still pay attention to everything going on around the league. You hear me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Man, I'm doing home as I'm watching the game and as I'm talking. It's been funny when I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. But yo, this is like I said, this is a brand new way of interacting.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Steve Ballmer's like Clipper? He has like a Clippers app or something where the Clipper fans can interact with the
I
game.
really love that guy, bro. I
Yeah.
really love Ballmer. It seems like the way he runs the Clippers is more like a fan would run it. Like you can tell this guy's building stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's he's building stadiums. He's building an app, and like, it's just dope. I wish more owners were like this.
Facts. I wish the same.
Like the Clippers are gonna be that franchise that like is no longer gonna be a monopoly in LA. Like teams, if they want a job and if they want to play in LA, it'll no longer be like either Lakers or nothing. It'll now be like, if I want to move to LA, I could play for the Clippers
Mm-hmm.
because I know Ballmer will take care of me.
Yeah, and it's just that stadium, man. That stadium is it's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Very interactive. It's very well thought out. It's almost like they were like, hey, we're gonna make this a basketball hub for the fans. You know,
Yeah.
They made it so you could charge your phone at the seat. You know, they were mindful of like the whole bathrooms. They don't want people waiting in lines for bathrooms. They put plenty of if you buy like expensive tickets, you got a lot of leg room. But if you're way up top, they still give you good view. You got a lot of like headroom. You're not like your view's not obstructed.
They're making sure you get your money's worth.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's one thing I can respect about what the Clippers have been able to do.
Yeah,
You cannot take that away.
I very much believe Steve Ballmer is almost like how Mark Cuban was when he first came into the NBA. He's ushering the new era of owners. Where Mark Cuban sat in the bench. I mean, he sat like, courtside or with the fans, and he was cheering. He had a regular shirt on. He didn't look like how the owners look like.
He was buying, like, I think for the longest time, he bought fans beer.
Yeah, but other owners were never doing that. They were never like involved. Like they were in the skybox and you never saw them. It was Mark Cuban that ushered that shit in.
Jimmy Buss was Hollywood.
Yeah, he was Hollywood, but Mark Cuban just looked like a fan. And Steve Ballmer is just like, he's like a visionary. He's like, yo, we're gonna make this better. Hey fans, you can interact with us through this app. Yo, you like Baron Davis? He used to play for the Clippers. He's gonna call the game on this
Yeah.
channel. Tune in. Like he's
Yeah.
that's an innovative motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he's hungry, bro.
Yeah, yeah, he is hungry. But yo, he also doesn't even need the money.
No, he doesn't. He's
You
cajillion. He's almost a cheerleader at this point.
Yeah, you could tell he's just doing it because that's his character. He just wants to make this shit
Yeah.
better. But in my opinion, if you look at the older NBA owners, the ones that bought the teams in like the 80s, 90s, 60s, 70s, they don't have that mindset. They're just like, hey,
No.
this makes money. We're good, and we're just like, we're making sure it operates fine.
Always
We're
make sure
making the
they
money.
always make sure the team's under cap. That
Yeah.
kind of ordeal, right? Yeah.
Yep. Steve Ballmer is just
I
like
saw that in
it's a
Houston.
different
You
type
see,
of
like
owner.
Tillman Fertitta. Tillman Fertitta has changed like kind of like the locker room or like the relax center. He's made it much more beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen that a lot, and I'm not that crazy on Tillman Fertitta. I think he's a good owner so far in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I think all fans can agree he's been a good owner, but like he's done even he's doing things that like improve the way like fans view the game.
Yeah, matter of fact, in Houston, how is like I mean, I know I'm still new down here, but how is like basketball? Like, do people go crazy for basketball for NBA out here?
I think people in Houston go crazy for all sports, but obviously the Texans are the biggest. But people in Houston go crazy for all sports. Like right now, right now is the Astros for the longest time because they were winning.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, whichever team is successful, they go crazy for. Like Houston fans in 2018 were like the most passionate.
Yeah,
And like
because
Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah.
oh wait, yeah, because that was new to me. The fact that to go to a baseball game costs so much
Yeah.
money. Like, yo, in the Bronx in New York, to go to a Yankee game, believe it or not, it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
To go to a Yankees game is not really expensive.
Bro, in Houston is like, bro, if let's say I go to a high school, right? Or I go to a job, if I work somewhere. There are now office jobs that have like an Astros Day celebration where you wear your favorite Astros jersey. Like it's become culture at this point.
That's
So
crazy.
like that's how big sports culture is over here.
Wow.
What a 3 by Yuta, man. Oh, was that Yuta? Oh, that's a good block.
Oh, this is a good
But
game. This game's coming
Yeah.
down to the wire.
Yuta's nice, man. I really liked him in Brooklyn. He's a role player you want on your team.
Yo, I wonder how much fans the Brooklyn Nets really do have because, yo, in New York, I'll be honest with you, a lot of transplants that came from other states, they're Brooklyn Nets
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah, I feel like if you're from New York, you're more of a Knicks fan.
Yeah, for sure. The thing about the Nets, and here's the sad truth, when they had KD, Kyrie, and Harden, the Knicks were still 100% better draw. More people, Knicks tickets were way more
Julius
expensive.
Randle was just playing basketball out of his mind.
Yeah, and people in the city was more excited for Julius Randle. Think about it. We have James
Yeah.
Harden, KD, and Kyrie that literally play across the river, and everybody was more excited for Julius Randle. That shows you,
Yeah.
like I don't think any other superstar on KD's level will ever go to Brooklyn ever again. There's no
No.
comparison.
Dog, Jalen Brunson is like the guy in New York, man.
Yeah,
Right now. Yeah.
like
Like,
yeah.
bro, I was watching basketball.
If you're doing your thing on the
Yeah.
Knicks, man, you're almost like a
You're a rock star.
Yeah, you're a rock star.
You
off
are a
rip.
rock star.
Off
You
rip.
you are basically Michael Jackson of basketball at that point.
Yeah,
Like, is that crazy?
and a lot of NBA fans around the country, they don't realize like doing your thing in New York, how much of a difference it is. Like
Bro, the
they
thing
don't
with
realize,
Knicks is not
how
only
much
like
of, I don't think a lot of players in the NBA, even like the players now that are in the league,
yeah.
that say the Knicks are not relevant. I don't think a lot of them even realize like, yo, when you play good for this team, you're automatically
Yeah.
bumped up to like one of the figures, like one of the faces of the league, like off rip. You got 8 million people
100
behind you in one city, in
100%.
one market. Like they don't realize that. Like Amari Stoudemire was talking about how he went to like when he became the captain of the Knicks, he was going to the opera with people from Wall Street. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, being here is like a different life.
Dog, celebrities want to hang out with you. Celebrities
Yeah.
want to hang out with you. Like, let's be honest, bro. Even in LA, nobody gave a shit about Julius Randle to the level they care about him now in New York.
Bro, that's because Kobe was there.
Kobe was there, and then you kind of had the Brendan Ingram usher. Then you usher in the Brendan Ingram, Lonzo Ball. He kind of got overshadowed. But then he went to New Orleans for like a year, in which like I doubt most people remember. But once he finally reached New York, he just kind of like blew up. Where now he's getting ESPN commercials. Now we got a Skechers deal. Like he has really blown up, bro.
Yes, sir. You really
Bro, have you
has.
ever talked about the shoe market? Have you talked about it yet in your podcast or like your writings?
Well, for what?
Like the shoe market, how it's become so big now?
Actually, no, I haven't really touched base on that because aren't guys signing like Skechers deals and then what's that other Chinese company?
New Balance, Puma,
Yeah,
Adidas. Adidas is,
what's the Chinese company?
I forgot the Chinese company, but Klay Thompson's making a lot of money off of that company.
Yo, but somebody know in the chat what I'm talking about.
If this was a Lakers playing the Warriors, they would have finished by now.
Yo, but what's that Chinese company all the NBA players are signing with? The one that Kyrie Irving signed up with.
You know what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. What's that Chinese company that Kyrie Irving signed up with?
I think that's the same one.
Lang or some shit. It's like Lang. Like a lot of stars have signed up with them before.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah,
What is it?
Kyrie signed up with some Chinese company.
Anta, I think. ANTA. Anta, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they
Yeah.
bullshitted Kyrie, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, they did. Like, yo, Kyrie had one of the best-selling shoes, man.
Dog, every kid I knew bought those shoes, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, man, you could at least suspended the guy, like, fucking give him a PR touch.
Yeah, but look at what's his name? Ja Morant. He's done 10 times worse than Kyrie, and they kept him there.
They're doing a whole PR rush with them. I guarantee once he's like, I apologize, they're gonna do a whole Nike commercial.
Yeah.
So like, it is just hypocrites within the brands. They pick and choose where to like be upset at.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's why I don't take it that seriously or too hard.
Yeah, it's because at the end of the day, Nike knows how to market Ja.
Yeah.
They know they have a really good marketing plan around him, but for Kyrie, the way Kyrie's been quirky, they don't have a marketing plan around him.
No, it isn't 2016 anymore. Kyrie hasn't been healthy. Even when he's healthy, it's always some COVID thing. A lot of political issues. I feel like that is why that also played into it. They don't want. Let's be honest. I think these brands don't want their athletes to be so too political.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like
none of the brands
Kyrie
do.
waving a free Palestine flag and everything. They don't want that in their brand.
Oh hell no, they do not want that. They do not want
that's
that
that's
at
why,
all.
like, that's like a lot of my friends in my group chat that I have. If you want, I could add you in it. It's on Twitter, but a lot of them, right? They're Muslim, so they get upset. Like I'm Muslim too. Obviously, I get upset too. But at the end of the day, I'm like, LeBron is more brand driven than he is geopolitics or anything like that. So I'm like, man, you just gotta accept these guys for what they are. Like
Yeah, they're just
these
playing
guys,
the game. They're just playing the game.
they play the game and they care about their brand. We put them in such a high pedestal where they have to talk about politics.
No, I don't think people do. I think the media does.
Yeah, but
The-
like but I feel like Republicans or like some media pick and choose where to like put the outrage, right?
Mhm.
Like when LeBron was talking about his society issues, then it was then they made a big deal about it. But if LeBron had they made a big deal about it, right? They're like, oh, what the hell, this, that, and the third, shut up and dribble, and all this nonsense.
Mhm.
But like once LeBron talks about like Israel, which is a country that he's not familiar with, then it's like, oh, what a great role model he is. It doesn't make any sense to me. Either all of it's okay or none of it's okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, LeBron has a machine behind him, and there's a certain ideology that comes with that machine. As long as you follow it, they're gonna continue promoting you know, and when LeBron says something, that's a whole marketing campaign. You know, they're gonna be like, hey, today,
100%.
yeah, today we're gonna say, oh, you said this and da 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 da, and then this is what you're gonna say when they ask you about those comments. Like that's how it
Also, the
works.
fact is, Israel is a first world country and they have a basketball base, so he's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna affect that. That's same. It was the same exact approach with China too, and a lot of people got upset. And I respect this China stance too. I'm not gonna lie, because even the Israel stance, I don't agree with it, but I get it. Same with the China stance. I'm never like, I'll never like press them on it like fans do.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. That's like I said, it's a certain ideology that comes with being that figurehead of the NBA.
Yeah.
You gotta play the game.
There's
Like
no
at
more of
any
the
other
Michael
job, you
Jordan
gotta
days.
play the game.
There's no more of the Michael Jordan days where you could just say Republicans buy Skechers too, or my bad, Nike or shoes too, or whatever it was. There's no
Y-
more of those days.
Nah, it's no more of those days, and at the same time, those days never existed because best believe, I wouldn't be surprised if Nike gave him that statement to say.
I guarantee Michael had face pressure from like the black community, rightfully so, to say something.
Yeah, but there was no medium where their voices could be loud. There was no social
Yeah,
media. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like there was none of that. Now that everyone has a medium to be loud, best believe LeBron James, a politician, whoever it is, a celebrity, they all go through their sponsors first. The sponsors give
yeah.
them what to say. It's not really them.
No, one hundred
It's not
percent.
really them.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, there's no way this guy is sitting all day watching people talk about this whole thing going on. He's obviously has some guy in his camp that's written it out for him, and all he has to do is like endorse it.
Mm-hmm. Same thing for Drake.
Yeah,
Think about it, like Drake and LeBron almost at the same level, like where they have to be that universal
yeah.
figure. So there is no political statements from those guys. Even if they say something that's about politics, best believe it was vetted.
It's
It was
wishy
vetted.
washy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
vetted already.
yeah,
They don't give their own statements anymore. The brand is too big. Their brand is too big. It's too big.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I always ask myself, is it worth it for them to throw their brand away? Is other people gonna come in and help them out? No.
No,
Everyone's
no.
gonna be like, oh, too bad.
So they'll do a Twitter hashtag.
Yeah, that's all you get. A hashtag, a moment, and then
Couple YouTube videos, like you and I will write about it, but after that, we're not thinking about it.
yeah. And after
Yeah,
that, and then the last resort is that when this guy's on the street, oh, a GoFundMe. Remember him? Like that's how it goes, man. Like let's keep it a buck.
yeah,
That's how it
one hundred
goes.
percent. I mean, look at an example. Kai Jones and Miles Bridges, they play for the same exact team, but one is still playing for a team for a much worse crime than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Kai Jones got bought out of his contract after he had a breakdown, but you see Miles Bridges still wear a Hornets jersey. So it's just what it is. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But everything's a business, like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's all part of the game. I mean, it's a game that they're playing. They got to be that universal figure. Like, look at Michael Jordan's brand. Look at Michael Jordan's. You hear me now? Yeah, I think we got muted. I don't know why it does that, but it mutes us.
Oh,
But
I muted myself.
yeah, yeah. Look at Michael Jordan's brand.
Yeah.
It's so large, he can't say nothing. Like when
Yeah.
the camera's on, he just doesn't say nothing. That sucks to live like that. To like your
Yeah.
brand is so big that you can't take a side in anything.
No, you
Like
can't, bro.
like yeah, his brand is like that. I think Obama's brand is like that. You gotta
No,
appeal
Obama
to
can't because he's a politician.
Nah, but like think about it. Think about it. When was the last time Obama took a stance, man? Obama don't take stance unless it's like purely democratic. But other than that, in other like lighthearted situations, he don't take a stand. Even if he's at a school
No.
cheering for a college football team, he somehow like kind of leaves you with like thinking like, oh, maybe he's cheering for the other team too. Like that's how these guys' image are, man. They have to appeal to everybody. That's their image.
Yep,
It sucks.
Yeah,
Eh,
that's a celebrity culture. That's
Yeah,
why I
but
don't like celebrity culture, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that stuff, but like at the end of the day, I understand that those guys' brands are big, and they gotta appeal to everybody. They got the globalized brand.
For me, I'll like my thing is I want to report on what's good. I don't want to like scrutinize a player. Like Dwight Howard today, he went through scrutiny. I think it's unfair, and what he does in his bed is none of my
Wait a minute,
concern.
Dwight
But
Howard went
like,
through scrutiny for what?
did you not read today? Did you
Nah,
not
what
read it today?
happened? Nah, what
Dwight Howard
happened?
admitted to having gay intercourse.
Who? Dwight Howard admitted that?
Yeah,
I mean, like that's not shocking. That's been like the rumors forever.
yeah. Dwight's always been known to be a little fruity, but everyone is kind of taking the piss out of it. And I like some tweets, but like, I don't want to be that platform. Like, I don't want to be that platform where like you're just talking down on the guy.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like Wait, he said it out of his own mouth.
No, man, he's got accused of forcing a threesome with another guy, right?
What?
And the accusations is he forced the guy to have a threesome with him. Like the guy wanted to just have intercourse with Dwight, but Dwight brought another partner to the intercourse, and he did a deposition today where Dwight said that the threesome was consensual.
What? Oh my god. Yo,
Yeah,
Dwight gotta stop doing. Dwight is a little bit degenerate when it comes to that shit. Listen, man, he could do his
but
thing, but
Dwight
that
had to
guy
admit
is
it.
sloppy, man. He is sloppy as fuck.
He should have made them sign a contract or some shit, man.
Exactly. Man,
But
Dwight be
yeah,
sloppy as fuck.
he had admitted in a deposition. I thought you're saying you should have said that in the deposition.
Oh my god. Yo, I mean,
Yeah,
you
man.
you you wonder why he's not in the league, man. I think the league knows a lot about his escapades, and
The league
they
knows. I feel like players know, like players and like only the fans don't know what like really is up. I think a lot of these NBA players are like this, but only the players know. They keep it within themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Like
yeah,
that's
can you
what I feel.
imagine? Can you imagine like it's a lot more than what we think. There's children that are made that are kept secret. There's a lot of things
Yeah,
going on,
like
players,
I don't think I don't think I think Dwight Howard is probably one of the like one of many.
yeah. I mean, think about it.
Like yeah.
Think about every sports league. Everyone that comes through there, only one guy admits in like 20 years that he's gay. Come on, man. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
But I think a lot of it's like team pressure too, because like you know how it is, bro. Like they found out one of them is like gay or something, and then they're gonna like stop taking showers around the guy or some shit.
Yeah.
Some guys get too petty with it, so I think that's also like the pressure they go through.
That's kind of crazy, man. I'm just thinking about like Dwight, like damn, Dwight. Dwight, it's not even like damn Dwight, like what he's doing. It's almost like, yo, bro,
Yeah,
you've been a degenerate with that shit since you came in the league. And it's like you still ain't button that up.
bro. Like the guy has 10 kids too. That's the most craziest part.
Yo, because that's what I'm saying. He's never controlled that part of his life. He's always
Yeah,
been loose with it.
I think the fact is Dwight came in at such a young age, and I think that also plays a part. Like he came straight out of high school,
Yeah.
and not only came straight out of high school, he hasn't really been in a position where he's held account for like a lot of the behavior he's done.
Mm-mm.
Like I think that's what he benefits from, and he's always had a good image. I was watching a couple of years back. I was watching like when he first got drafted to the NBA. One of the biggest things the NBA brags about, because at that time, remember they were cracking down on like rap culture in the NBA with the Allen Iverson and everything.
Yeah, yo, but come to find out, the reason why they did that is because the TV money. They were about to sign a brand new TV deal. That's why.
Oh, 100%, dude. They rap at the time was taboo. Now they embrace it, but at the
Mm-hmm.
time it was taboo. So obviously with that is there. But back to what I was saying. So you remember where they were going through the whole like, oh, rap this that and the third. We're cracking down on like baggy clothes and everything. Dwight Howard was promoted as that guy, like the church going guy who doesn't listen to hip hop. If you ever watch his draft clip, so
Wow.
before he entered the league, they presented him as a Christian good boy, and like This kind of now he's kind of went through the wild phase, or now I feel like he's much more confident with himself, where you see him get neck sleeve tattoos and everything like that.
Wow.
Is
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. KD was promoted the same way. Don't forget KD in
yeah,
OKC. He was walking around with that Bible.
yeah. A lot of these guys were promoted that way.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't get
Steph
what a
Curry
league
is
even did
promoted that
that.
way too, where he has like the Christian verse on his shoes. I don't know if they
Oh
still have
yeah, I
the
forgot
Christian.
about that.
Uh,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, I don't know if they still have the Christian verses on his shoes, but he used to. The Bible verses on his shoes.
Nah, they're not. He not gonna have that up in San Francisco. I'll tell you that.
Ah, man.
He ain't gonna have that. If he's speaking anything religious, oh, he can't do that in San Francisco.
Dog, they screwed Mark Jackson out of a job once he started preaching
Yep.
religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mark Jackson, they tell him, bro, like, at most you can get an interview, but, like, we for sure know that you're never getting a job.
No, to be honest with you, it wasn't him talking about his religion. It was actually he talked about the LGBTQ community. He said that it was against, like, he kind of made a statement like that's against his religion, or what they do is like it's a sin. He
Respectful
made a
stance,
comment
man,
like
but
that.
the thing is, yeah. Now we kind of live in this kind of like the mafia world where you're not allowed to have, like, something that goes against, like, kind of the status quo. But as long as he says he's not, like, as long as he's not saying that, yo, we need to take violent action against him, I don't see a problem with what he says.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how it is, man. Like in that media world, it's all about the branding.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
why, like,
good
a lot
branding.
of Muslim guys, I'm like, man, like, I know, like, a lot of Muslim guys I have with my friends, a lot of my Muslim friends, they talk about all this stuff. I'm like, bro, you just got to keep your mouth shut, bro. You're always gonna come across people in that community. It's better to, like, live and let live.
Nah, yeah, like I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But most of the world doesn't exist on that rule. Like that rule
No.
only it's only mainly a Western
In the
rule,
West.
and then it's mainly a rule in the media in the West. I don't even think those rules outside the media in the West even apply outside in the West. Because if that was the case, then your Fortune 500 company should be headed by different kinds of people. Your Fortune 500 companies say your country's ran a little bit differently.
Hey, give me a second, bro. I gotta get my charger.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. I gotta get my charger. My
Yeah, I
phone's
got
like
you.
3%.
Oh, get him, KD.
Behind mine.
It seems like what?
Your team is a little behind mine.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely behind.
Yeah.
But
Right now,
it's a good game. They're going back and
It's
forth.
tight. That was a great dunk by Eubanks. Eric Gordon looks good tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't even know he was still in the league. I know he was on I think he was on the Warriors.
He got bought out by the Rockets, and then he signed with he got bought out by the Rockets, and he signed last season with, why am I forgetting the team name, man? Who did Eric Gordon? Oh, he signed by the Clippers.
Yo, and that's another thing with the CBA. If you over the cap, you can't buy. If these guys got bought out off a high contract, you can't buy them for the minimum.
Fuck.
Yeah, so how the Clippers got Westbrook, you can't. They, under the new CBA, they couldn't pick up Westbrook. So yeah, those days are over. Those days are over.
That's crazy to me, dude.
Yeah, like I said, man, they changed that. That new CBA is a big fucking deal. Because
I'm surprised they're not talked about. I'm surprised they're not talked about it.
Yeah, it should be more emphasis on it, because a lot of fans, man, their impression is that, hey, let's get another star. It don't matter, just pay the luxury tax. And it's like, yo, it's not about the luxury tax. It's about the penalties that come with the luxury tax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they've completely changed the rules. Yo, you know it's one team that's low-key expensive? The Pelicans.
Yeah.
The Pelicans,
they're owned
man.
they're owned by the family that owns the Saints.
Yeah, but they got a lot of guys getting a high salary, man. They got
You
a
have
lot of young
Brandon, you have
guys.
Zion. I
Mm-hmm.
think Trey Murphy got paid, no?
Yeah, they got another guy that got paid. Yeah, I think it was him, Trey Murphy.
Yeah, Trey Murphy's nice, but he's injured right now.
Wow, Booker is cooking in this game. Wow, like look at all these guys, man, cooking. It's like, where does Bradley Beal have room to score
New Balance really went out nice with
20?
his ad. I gotta give them credit.
Oh, I probably got different commercials than you.
Maybe, but you saw the New Balance commercial where they got Kawhi and Jamal and all their new guys really playing basketball, making it look good. This
Oh
is
no,
good for
I ain't see
players,
it.
man. This is really good for players. I'm a fan of like more shoe companies coming in.
You know what's so funny about the whole New Balance and basketball situation?
Yeah,
Didn't Kawhi, when he first went to the Clippers, there was like a whole big deal, New Balance basketball, and then I felt like they never did nothing with it after that.
he's just not a charismatic player.
Mm.
Maybe Jamal can be that guy for them. Especially this season where he's gonna have an all-star season.
Mm-hmm.
He can be one of those guys.
Man, this game is real tight.
Yeah, both teams are just battling it out. My bad, I'm not that active. I'm doing my homework too, man.
Nah, it's all good. I'm not tripping. I'm just kind of looking, reviewing on what's going
Yeah,
on with this game.
good take by Looney, man. Looney is always gonna be reliable.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Nurkic is actually playing really good. What the hell?
Yeah, I think he just needed a new scenery.
Oh,
Some guys need it, man. Some guys need a change of scenery.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, Looney and one. Yeah, I feel like Looney's the only Warrior big man that knows how to play in this system.
He's basically developed them.
Mm-hmm. Good fucking move.
So
Ooh.
yeah, they developed them. So I think they were developed. To their credit, they were developing them while they had guys like JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia.
Mm. Oh, good move by Booker. Sheesh. But what do you think was the issue last season for the Warriors? Do you think it was like going up against the Lakers? Because it seemed like it wasn't even close.
I think it just seems like they couldn't catch the same magic. Their depth got weaker too, as compared to the 2022 championship. Guys like Otto Porter left. Was that the Serbian player? He left back to Serbia. So they kind of a lot of what made the Warriors deep were gone at that point because they committed to too much salary.
Mm.
So I think that's what it was. What do you think it was?
Yeah, it's just pretty much like you said, man. It's just a lot of new guys on the roster that didn't really do what they expected them to do from the year before, like Gary Payton.
And that's
the
why
second.
they went back. Like for the Warriors, right? It was like we would like to have Gary Payton, but if he gets paid somewhere else, we'll let him walk. But they kind of realized, like, yo, we suck and we kind of need Gary Payton back.
Yeah, but I felt like he came back and it really didn't
Yeah.
work out the way like the chemistry wasn't really
No, it
there
wasn't the
like it
same,
was
and I don't think
before.
he plays. I don't think he plays the same as 2020, 2022.
Nah, I don't even think it's that. I just think he didn't play with the team for like what, almost 6 months. He kind
Yeah.
of came back to the team like last minute. I don't think the chemistry, and then they had such new pieces around. I just don't think the chemistry was the same.
Yeah.
But yo, they really need Kuminga to take Andre Iguodala's spot.
You know, I thought Chris Paul could be that, the veteran guy, kind of the ball handler off the bench.
Mm-hmm. What is Kuminga? Kuminga is the 4th overall pick. Yeah, I think Kuminga might have been the 4th pick.
Kuminga's the what?
The 4th overall pick by the Warriors.
Yeah, he was kind of used as a developmental player. The Warriors drafted really developmental players, but it seems like they kind of, once Wiseman couldn't stay healthy, they kind of pulled the plug on that one. And I feel like they kind of gave up on Moses Moody.
Well, what pick was he?
He was, I think he was a top 10 pick if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's crazy how the Warriors got like all these picks in between their dynasty run.
They just tanked for like 2 years straight.
Nah, I think injuries forced him to tank.
Yeah, injuries did force him to tank. Steph couldn't stay healthy, and Klay was obviously hurt, and Draymond couldn't stay healthy. Damn, my screen lagged away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Under 4 minutes left, this game is tight. I think they overturned. I don't know. They kept that Kuminga foul. It got challenged. That coach's challenge would be confusing me, man. Good pass.
Yo, I'm back, man. My stream was lagging out of refresh.
Nah, that's all good.
Yo, by Devin. Allen could be a good role player for these guys, man. Oh, they gave up. What they fouled Nurkic on? Oh,
Oh, he bricked it.
what did I call it on?
I don't know. Yeah, Jokic.
Yo, bring the Orlando Magic fan guy up on. I want to ask him about the Magic, if he's willing to take the mic.
Yeah, I just sent him a mic. What JAWR?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think
I
Magic
sent
could
him a
be a
mic.
sneaky play-in team.
Yo, Magic could be exciting, but I don't think they're gonna win a lot of games.
I really like Franz. I like Franz, and I like
Pablo?
Paulo.
Yep.
Yeah, they're nice. And I think a lot of these guys. I think now the team is like a lot of these guys are competing for positions. So it'll be interesting to see how they try to compete with each other. Obviously, I think Cole Anthony and Markel, they're on long-term contracts, but you also got Jalen Suggs And then you have in the power forward position, you have like Jonathan Isaac coming back. You have Okugi, I believe his name is. I always fuck up his pronunciation. And
Mm-hmm.
you kind of want to see how these guys compete for their spots. You have obviously Wendell Carter Jr. and that I forgot the Goga. So they have a lot of young guys in every position. So it's gonna be fascinating to see how each player tries to compete for their spot.
Hey,
Hey, it was
And
good.
how you doing, bro?
good. How are y'all?
We good. We
I'm doing
good.
good, man. How about you? So, Jar, what's like your expectations for like the Orlando Magic?
Yo, honestly, um, I think the ceiling of the Magic is higher than a lot of the other teams.
Do you see
I think
yourself like competing for a play-in?
honestly, I think I wouldn't mind the playing, but I think we should get higher than the playing.
Yeah, that'd be, bro. Like the thing is with
Yeah,
Orlando, right? I think this is the year for them to figure out which young player is a long-term player and which young player is like an asset they could trade away.
That's
uh,
that sounds like the
'cause
Pelicans.
I think Paolo. If I had to choose one, I would choose Paolo because way
Well, he's your franchise guy. I think like your two untouchables are Paolo and Franz.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, everyone else is kind of tradable. And I like the Cole. I thought the Cole Anthony extension was good, 36 million. That was a
Yeah,
good deal.
yeah.
Yo,
And I
hold
think
on.
Fulton.
But could Paolo and Franz work alongside each other
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think it's gonna work well, but I think because Jet Howard got drafted, it's getting really confusing because Jet Howard is looking really good, and like they all kind of gonna be doing like the same thing. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
Franz, Jet, and Paolo. So
Yeah,
I think this like
that sounds like a Magic problem for real.
yeah
Too many guys. Too many guys. Yeah, you guys got a hell of a
But
lot of guards.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I remember every time I watch the Knicks games, them play the Magic, I'm just like, shit, these guys just got a bunch of young guards, but they all look the same.
Oh shit, he's related to Juan Howard.
I think this is his
That's his
dad.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's Cole Anthony and the Howard kid, two second
I think
generation
you're
NBA players.
Yeah.
But I think a point guard, the point guard we drafted is gonna be really good too. And he's like 6'7", 6'8". Like if
Damn, he's a
he,
big point guard.
yeah, him on defense is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
I,
their
I
game
mean, I
tomorrow
like
against the Rockets.
because I like Cole Anthony and Folk, but it's like if we get a defense point guard like that starting, it's gonna be hard to play the Magic because
But honestly,
our
with
defense
the Mhm.
Because our defense,
More-
and then with Paolo getting better on offense, it's gonna be a tough matchup playing the Magic.
yeah. But honestly, like you were talking about the problem with Jets, Franz, and Paulo, right? I think this is the problem you would want, like as a young team.
Yeah,
Like this would be such an ideal problem you want to have. Because I think Franz could be a most improved player this season.
yeah,
Yeah. And if Jet becomes what he is, that further adds like
yeah,
that further like makes your team special.
yeah,
It brings more like it brings more confidence. And the fact these all are on rookie deals too. I think Franz is a
yeah,
third year player now. He's
yeah,
gonna get extended by next offseason. Um Paulo's to the second year player and the Jet Howard, he's a first year player. So it's a problem you could figure out for at least 2 seasons.
yeah.
Mm.
But I think they could be a really
Wow.
fun team to watch.
Yeah.
You guys are checking out this Golden State game. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight
Phoenix,
game with
Bro,
like
a
last
lot
2
of these
minutes.
guys, a lot of these guys who I thought were out of the NBA, like Nurkic and Eric Gordon, because they weren't really that bright, and their stinks in Portland and the Clippers, they have really shown like new life. I wonder if it's because they're in a competing team, and they're playing with guys like Durant and Booker, and motivate them to kind of play their roles in full capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Nurkic is playing really well. I thought they'd have like we were talking about this earlier. They'll struggle to kind of fill in that role of Aiden, but it seems like he's fitting in one game.
Yeah.
And Okogie is really good on both. Okogie is really good on defense. They're a really good built. They're a well built team, man. I think people written them off because they don't have really big names.
Yeah. I think the Phoenix on defense really impressed me tonight. It's like it's like Bradley Beal was good, but this lineup was really good tonight.
Wow.
Oh,
Okogie,
100%.
yeah,
Yo, Okoye just hit a big 3. Woo.
Yeah. You know who else I really like off their benches are not Rui Hachimura, my bad. You don't want an Nabi.
mm,
He's a good rotational player. Your seventh, eighth man. If he's your seventh, eighth man, you're a good team.
yeah.
Hey, Jar, can you follow back, bro? If you don't mind.
Uh, all right.
Thank you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I kind of want this to go overtime. Oh, Chris Paul. Oh, fuck.
really, you want this to go to OT? I mean, I want somebody to win this game.
Oh, what a 3 by Steph, man. Oh, shit. Bro, they're only down by 2 points, 30 seconds left. They're going to have to... Oh, Steph can't foul, though. He's in the penalty.
Yeah, Phoenix getting these defensive guards is really, I think, if Phoenix can overcome their struggles, getting these defensive guards like Gordon, getting Grayson Allen, I think that's
Yeah.
big.
That's going to be big. You don't want to not be... these guys, they can guard. Okogie, these guys can guard.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not big names, but they're good players to have.
yeah.
Yo, why is Chris Paul taking these shots?
Right, I think the Warriors haven't laid out a role for him, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Why they take that
Like,
shot
they're-
when knowing that you have Curry out there?
Yeah, it's like, man, give up the ball. Like, I think he should have took the Iguodala veteran off the bench. Handle the ball, develop Kubica, but I guess the Warriors have different plans for him.
Mm-hmm.
What I think Golden State should do is like start Chris Paul, have Steph play the 2, and then bench Andrew Wiggins and have Andrew Wiggins be the 6th man.
Yeah,
So
but
you
what about
say start
defense? But what
small.
about defense though?
Yeah, defense. But
On
like,
the wing,
as
on the
far as,
wing.
like, yeah,
Because
I
they're
feel
gonna
like-
need Wiggins for that.
yeah. But I feel like if Kuminga started, like they could get like Kuminga or like somebody that doesn't really need to score, but like just like someone who's like mainly just a defense. I feel like Wiggins could like really be a scorer for them, but it's like because he start and steps out there, he can't really. they don't
Oh,
really
okay, I
ask
see what
him.
you're saying.
Yeah,
Yo, but at the end of the day, like I think something's up with Kuminga because
yeah,
they would already given him that role.
yeah.
If that was the case, if they wanted to use, like you said, Wiggins offensively and defensively by having him come off the bench, but it's something about Kuminga in Golden State's development. They did the same thing to Wiseman. We seen Wiseman not really develop into their system.
Yeah.
But Looney has like a big ass role in their system, but he's not as good as the other players.
But the
Yeah.
problem with Wiseman, he never could have stayed healthy either.
But he was
But
like
he's
that
doing
before he
good
got
in Detroit.
drafted.
He's doing good in Detroit to his credit. Like he did great in the summer league. Let's say like I think their clear cut guy for the Pistons is Jalen Durant. But I think Wiseman can find a role in the rotation.
Mm. Yo, did y'all see that last play by Booker? That pass? That play that they ran? Ooh.
He's gonna be their new he's gonna be a really good what's it called then? He's gonna be the ball handler for this team, in my opinion.
Yeah, Booker's had a really good game.
I think Booker being a good point guard kind of threw Chris Paul off. Like, because Chris Paul's like, well, I'm usually the point guard. I think when they were struggling in the playoffs last year, it was like, because Booker can handle and pass, it was like, that kind of, I think that's what led to Chris Paul getting traded.
Yeah, and at the same time, Chris Paul, like you said, he likes handling the rock all the time. He's used to that.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen Chris Paul off ball? I'm just asking. Like I don't know. I don't remember seeing him play off ball like that.
Know. Maybe Houston with James Harden, but I can't really speak on that.
Yeah, I forgot what the hell Mike D'Antoni had them doing.
Yeah.
Nah, I think CP3 had the ball in Houston. I think he had the ball.
Yeah.
Yo, but that was a good pick and roll. That was a good pass by Booker. So Warriors got 10 seconds. I'm probably a little bit behind y'all.
Yeah, it says final for me. Phoenix.
That was a bullshit ending to the game, man.
All right. Well, the Suns got that. Suns got that.
Dude, why the fuck is Klay Thompson shooting the last shot?
He should be shooting the last shot. He's like 40% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Chris Paul should not be taking that shot. I don't know what the fuck Chris Paul was thinking. Curry bailed him out in that possession where Curry got the rebound and then made that three.
Yeah.
Chris Paul was wilding for taking that, but you know it is what it is. Like Golden State in the interior, man, they're weak. They're really weak in the interior. Man, but Booker killed him, man. 32 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Man, 13 and 21 from the field. Ooh. Yeah, Booker had himself a game. Dang, even KD didn't. Damn, KD shot like shit tonight though.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this earlier, right? Where LeBron should look to take a lesser, ideally LeBron wants to take a lesser role, and I think Kevin Durant did the same exact thing post Brooklyn with Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at it, right, KD, even though tonight he didn't shoot as well, he only shot 5 free throws. Like this whole team, people, they barely shot any free throws, really.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of a bad sign because Golden State barely shot free throws either, but usually Golden State is more efficient. I mean, if Golden State was shooting like them regular selves, they probably would have blew Phoenix out. Man, both of these teams barely go to the line though.
I was saying, y'all see Denver game?
Nah, I missed that.
Yeah, I watched it. Nuggets look scary.
Yeah. That Christian Brown was like like low key, like he was like almost like player of the game.
No, low key, this guy can replace the Bruce Brown hole that was left.
Yeah.
But I really like that Peyton Watson guy. He had a great block in the second quarter, I think.
Mhm.
He showed out to be good. And Reggie Jackson, somehow it seemed like he found the love of basketball again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but he never lost
Did you
it.
see
Reggie never lost it.
nah,
He
he
just
never
need to find
lost
a
it,
good
but it
fit.
seemed like he was lost. In Detroit, he was lost. But in LA, he found it. And Nuggets, obviously, like he didn't really play much, but like it seems like he's really that guy still.
Mm. Damn, what's up with Michael Porter Jr.? 12 points. Like,
He's streaky, bro, but he did a good job rebounding, to his credit.
oh yeah, I see that.
It seemed like the
Yeah.
Lakers were like really jittery tonight. Like they was playing like they weren't really in control on offense.
No, I think the only guy who really showed out was Torian Prince, and that's about it, really. Torian
Yeah.
Prince seemed like a guy who was a good starter for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, the first quarter seemed like he really wanted it, but I don't know what happened in the second. And LeBron kind of played chill.
Wow,
Austin Reeves also shown to be a good third option in his credits.
They played Cam Reddish 18 minutes. Ooh.
I'm not sold on Reddish, man. I know a lot of people like him because of his size, his athletic, and how he's built. But I don't know. I don't know if he's an NBA player.
Same thing, I agree. Wow, the Lakers, I forgot Lakers got Gabe Vincent. All right.
He
Lakers
didn't
got
look
some
all that great
shooters.
either, man. Like, I want to see how he does. Oh. What happened?
I was saying Lakers bench looks really good.
It does. I think Christian Wood looks solid tonight.
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent, I want to see more of, but he had some good shots tonight. Jackson Hayes, I think he could be a good rotational guy for the Lakers.
Yeah, Jackson Hayes, that's a guy out of the Pelicans, right?
Yes. Yeah.
As long as he's not a hothead, like I think he got in trouble a lot in the Pelicans when he fought the cop and everything. I think if he's able to lay low, he'll be able to have a good role.
Yeah, because I was watching. I think Jared Vanderbilt was hurt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt was hurt.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Homie fought a cop? The fuck?
Yeah, he did fight a cop. I think this was his rookie year or sophomore year.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. Yeah.
It was posted on TMZ.
Damn, this is crazy. But all right, fellas, I'm gonna let you guys go. We definitely gonna check you out the next time around.
Thank you, brother. I'd love to join in the future.
Yo, definitely. Good convo.
Nice to meet you, Orange, and nice to meet you too, Jar.
All right, yeah, I followed all you guys, so we'll definitely link up again.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you, brothers.
fellas.
All right, take care, man.
Stay up.
All right. Take care. All right.
Take care, man.